The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Studio 6 Entertainment, Armed Media, or the Entertainment Partners LLC. Enjoy the show.
Have you Heimlicked the victim?
Have I licked his rectum? No way.
Straight Talk with Matt Hasley. Every Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Central Time. Only on Armed Radio Global.
When Jason's at the table, I kept on seeing him look at me while he's with that other girl. Do you think he was just doing that to make me jealous? Because he was totally texting me all night last night, and I don't know if it's a booty call or not. So, what do you think? Did you think that girl was pretty? How did that girl even get in here? Do you see her? She's so short, and that dress is so tacky. Who wears cheetah? It's not even summer. Why does the DJ keep on playing Summertime Sadness? After we get to the bathroom, can we go smoke a cigarette? I really need one. But first, let me take a selfie.
It is time for some Straight Talk. This is your host, Matt Hasley. We're in the Storm Central Arm Radio Global Newsroom here. We are rocking and rolling right around here. It is just hitting us. We got a storm going overhead, so hopefully I can stay on the air for the whole show. It's booming right now. You might be able to hear it in the background. Off and on storms throughout today. Really hot and humid, so it was kind of unseasonably warm, real hot, brewed everything up for tonight, and it is rocking now. We got several storm warnings going on, but most of it looks like it's just east of us, and the bad stuff going through, but it actually runs all the way down into Texas. So Mike Allen's just about ready to get it right now, and Val's probably down in Missouri. She probably just got it or getting it. So, it's a nice storm pattern running straight all the way across from north to south, all the way across the United States. Going to head out, and we're going to send it to Joe Rocks and the crew out there. But I did want to do is let you know I played that song. That song was dedicated. And in case you hadn't heard that, that's called Selfie. And that's dedicated
When Jason's at the table, I kept on
to none other than the dog, who is Joe Rock's co-host on Thursday night for Night Talk. And we always give him a hard time about taking selfies, so I wanted to play a little bit of that for him. I got a lot of things going on. If you would like to do is call in live on the show, you can call 1-866-call 401, or you can call 1-866-225-5401. I better get my cell phone set up straight there. You can also reach us on Armed Radio 1 on Facebook or Twitter at Armed Radio 1. We're coming across quite a few platforms there, and they're constantly growing, so it's really, really neat to be a part of this. Let me see here. I got to do is set my phone, otherwise, let's see here. I always forget to set it back after I do this, too. But I want a special thanks to our sponsors out there, K&L Consulting. K&L provides a variety of services for you. All services come with a 100% money-back guarantee. They'll match any competitor's offer. They offer payroll services, employee management services, commercial funding, 24-hour customer service, premium business services without a contract, and a name you can trust, KNLconsulting.com. Also, Buy Limitless Energy. Buy Limitless Energy is more than just an energy drink. Offers a combination of natural ingredients that work synergistically to enhance and deliver the energy, focus, and hydration you need for your performance. It's a sustained boost without a crash. Also, Vox Mobile. If you're out of country and you still need a local number, think Vox Mobile. You can download a local number even when you're gone and receive unlimited calls like you're in town without the overseas rates. I got a friend of mine that's going to work absolutely perfect for it. And today is his birthday today. Happy birthday, big Norwegian. So, Also, Ritzy Reruns. They offer hot and trendy clothing at bargain prices. Remember, Ritzy Reruns and We Runs, where fashion isn't full price. And also, Savvy Souls for SavvySouls.com. 50 to 70% off. Remember, mention Armed Radio and get an extra 10% off. It's like they're giving it away. So, I did want to talk about, a few things that are in the news. One, it was the first time, I wouldn't say first time ever, but it would be the first time in the history of the NFL that an openly gay player has been drafted. Not long after Michael Sam became the first openly gay player drafted in NFL, it's the one thing is it was a 249th pick. I have no problem picking him. I don't care, what his, what religious beliefs, whatever his, he wants to do on his own time. That's fine. But the guys need to be a good player. You listen to the guys on ESPN. I like to watch the sports part of it, and they came out and they said that, do you think him being gay caused him to slip to the 6th or 7th round? And they said no. They said that's where they thought he had a terrible combine. He did better in the pro day, but that's where they thought he should have fell down to that level. And who knows? He might become a great player. There so many great guys coming out every year to college. That's why, your player career expectancy is 3-4 years in the NFL, because it's just so tough to compete, and you have to stay on the top of your game. But it's I wish him luck. I have no problem with him. Whatever he, that's his own business, I'd like to say. But, my son's getting ready to go. He's taking off, and he gave me a little pat on the shoulder, meaning he's leaving. But, it's storming here, so my kids are all down in my dungeon here, I like to call it, where I broadcast from. But, no, it's a lot of stuff going on in sports right now. I don't want to harp on that situation there. That's great for him. Wishing the best of luck. And, that's all I'd like to do is talk about. It's news because they want it to be news. If he was a terrible player, that wouldn't be news. But hopefully he'll play well. And, the same thing happened in the NBA. And it's very common nowadays. Whether you agree with that, it's like somebody, the president saying years ago, I dislike broccoli. Well, it's whatever your belief is, or what are the things you like, that's you. Whatever that's what's so good about the United States, is you're allowed to be different and still accepted. There's some people that won't, it doesn't matter what you do, they won't accept anything. You could be absolutely perfect in, what they think they're in their eyes, and they still not accept you. So, that's what I like. Be yourself. And switching over to the NBA, current NBA scores, and I'm going to have to do a little refresh here because I was trying to get my system up here early. Currently, right now, with 10:20 left to go in the fourth quarter, the Nets are beating the Heat 82-79. And Game 4, Spurs Trailblazers doesn't go off for about another 20 minutes. So I'll keep you updated on those scores. NHL scores. Let's see here, a little refresh. Get her going there. Wake my computer up. Canadians are beating the Bruins 3-0 with 3:56 left to go in the third period. And the Kings and Ducks don't go off. Well, they should have just started, so about 10 minutes ago. And then tomorrow night's games, we got Rangers play the Penguins at 6 p.m. my time, which is Central Time. And Blackhawks play the Wild at 8 p.m. Central Time. So I'll be tuning in for the Blackhawks for sure. And Major League Baseball scores. I'm going to have to do a little refresh here, too. I'm actually watching the Cub game. I got the Cub game going on in the background here. But current scores right now, let's see here. Got to get my Monday scores up there. Tigers-Orioles live, top of the fourth inning. 2-1 Tigers. And then you got top of the sixth inning. You got the Blue Jays, Blue Jays are beating the Angels 5-2. And this is not a correct score, but it said Cubs 7-2, bottom of the second. But it's currently right now, it's top of the sixth. Cubs are leading 11-5, so a lot of runs going on in that. Let me refresh these scores. Maybe they might make a little change here. Apparently they don't want to refresh. So current White Sox just starting out. White Sox Athletics 9:05. Rays Mariners 9:10 game start. Yankees Mets 4-4 bottom of the sixth. Astros Rangers 0-0 top of the second. Nationals Diamondbacks should have just started. Should be underway right now. Marlins Dodgers should be going on, and Braves Giants should be going on. And I'll get you score updates when those come in. But I got to wake my computer up here. Oh, here we go. There we go. It just did a refresh. And ones that I didn't have were Tigers, Orioles, 4-1, top of the eighth. Mets are beating the Yankees 9-7. Those Boston fans will love that. And let's see. I don't see... no other real... Oh, actually, Nationals are beating the Diamondbacks 2-0, bottom of the second. So that's the only other game we did not talk about. But going over to the Players' Championship, it was a wild ride there at the end. There's... The winning share is $1.8 million to the first place of the Players' Championship. And talk about crazy way of finishing. It was just, Martin Keimer ends up holding on with a one-stroke lead, but it was nail-biting. He's finished 13 under. Jim Furyk, second bridesmaid, they call it, second for 2 weeks in a row, minus 12. And I guarantee he won close to $1 million. Or 1.2 million or something like that for second place, which, yeah, I could suffer with that. Sergio Garcia finished third, and then there were Justin Rose and Jordan Spieth tied for fourth at minus 10, and then there were a handful of them that were actually, matter of fact, 5 of them. Jimmy Walker, Rory McIlroy, David Hearn, Lee Westwood, and Francesco Molinari were all minus 9. So it was a bunched up leaderboard there, but Martin Keimer never lost sight of the opportunity, even amid such trouble in the closing stretch of the Players' Championship. A bad chip led to a double bogey. A bad decision cost him a chance at birdie. With the lead suddenly down to one shot, he watched his ball soar against the gray sky towards the scariest island in golf and figured it would be fine. What followed was a bounce sideways instead of forward. Mystifying spin that narrowly sent his ball over the edge into the drink. But a 30-foot par putt pressed near the wooden frame of the island, and he said it chalked it up to instinct and luck. It's a very strange way to make 3, he said. But it said TV viewers calling penalties getting out of hand, but enough to carry the 29-year-old German to a one-shot victory over Jim Furyk in a final round filled with stress, emotion, a large dose of satisfaction. I do not like to see the PGA Tour allow people to call in penalties. You have a tournament players board. You have people that see it. If they can't handle it, then nobody should be calling it. They have a new rule. It's called a HD rule that they implemented. They were talking about it was, trying to think of what player it was. He went out early because of they had assessed him a 2-shot penalty. When they looked at the film, they could realize that he couldn't tell with his naked eye because they had to look through it with HD technology, and they couldn't deem that it moved. So they ended up rescinding the penalty, and he let me see if I can see on the leaderboard here who it was. It was Justin Rose, that's who it was, and he finished tied for 4th, 10 under. So I mean, that would, if that's the case, he finishes 2 back of that, he would have finished 8 under, tied for 11th. That's a big chunk of change, difference. I don't like that they can, they'll answer the phone for penalties. Some people say, oh, yeah, it's okay, we might miss something, but, I hate to see them retroactively penalize somebody. It's like when Tiger, was it last year, not this year at the Masters last year. Of course, Tiger didn't play this year because of his surgery, but last year in the Masters, Tiger hits the flag stick, bounces back, goes in the water, he takes a drop, he drops it just back of his divot. He thought he was dropping it correctly. I mean, he's got umpteen thousand people watching him do it, and I mean, they looked at the video, they deemed it fine what he did. I think it's a stupid rule that in golf that he's supposed to drop it on the divot he just took. I mean, that makes no sense. I mean, even in a drop area, you would have the option of moving it around. So he chose to drop it, taking the last spot where it entered the hazard. That's what you do. And going back, and he dropped it or replay from the same place. So he did. He replayed the same place. He dropped it there. I don't see what anything did wrong. They looked at the film. They deemed it okay. They didn't assess a penalty. Then they heard him talking in the media later. They went, wait a minute. He did something differently than what we thought. But, I mean, I think once you already make a decision, it should be done. Don't go back and say, I mean, you could probably go through every tournament and find some way of going back and changing a decision that you made. I watched them retroactively penalize Michelle Wee because of a call-in, saying that they dropped in a location. Well, the one thing the player doesn't have, and neither does the rules official, they don't have the ability to see, from above the camera angle where it goes in that the TV viewer has. So they have to play it from as near as possible that they can imagine. If the TV doesn't tell that person and they take a drop, it's not, if the official says, okay, it's okay to drop there, shouldn't be that player's fault. It's not the player making the decision, it's the rules official. So, yeah, there's too much it's the only sport. I don't know, what kind of response would I get if I called in on it doesn't even have to be Super, just any Sunday in the NFL and said, you missed, he had both feet down, or he didn't have both feet down, or he had, they tell me to go pound sand. I don't know where it ever became okay for them to call in. You think it would be, non-stop, the calls they got to be getting. And the one thing I dislike about them being able to call in is, let's say the guy finished, we'll just go, and I'm going to know all their names, but let's see one of the last guys that finished on tour this week. Brenny Bird. I know who Brenny Bird is, yep. We'll say, I want to get somebody that they're probably not going to know, not very well known. All the names I'm looking at are all pretty. I know all the names, especially playing in the Players Championship. So, But here's one. Josh Teeter. You know, a good player. Played on tour for a while. I mean, he's not going to draw the amount of people that Tiger Woods draws. Josh Teeter didn't make the cut, but let's say he's playing and he's near the lead. Well, he's not going to have the crowd following him that if Tiger is near the lead. Or if Tiger is, even if he isn't near the lead. So you look at people they're going to have the camera coverage on him constantly on Tiger. Even when he's playing, you know, if he's anywhere near the lead, they're going to be dominating the coverage on him. You're not going to see everything that, you know, Josh Teeter or you know, Michael Putnam or Bryce Molder. I mean, Bryce, very good player too. You know, I mean, all these guys are great players. But I mean, you're not going to see the camera coverage of them to be able to sit there and have the people calling in because they did something wrong, because they're not on camera as much. I mean, Tiger's on camera when they're walking out of the parking lot. You know, I mean, they're filming him doing everything. I mean, I would not want to have to live my life that way. That'd be crazy. You know, feel like they go, oh, well, it's a celebrity. I'm sorry, but, you know, they still should have rights too. I would not want to have to be hounded everywhere you went. So, but no, they, you know, it's, you know, a little, got a little interesting when he double bogeyed going down the stretch there, and then Jim Furyk, boy, he can't win. He can't win. He's right there on the edge. I mean, Furyk's still playing tough, you know, in his mid-40s there. That's pretty awesome. And by the way, yesterday, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. I hope you had a great day. And who knows? Let it carry over a couple more days. Let it carry over all the way to Father's Day. But, yep, I got to stop by and see my mom yesterday and say hi to her and wish her happy Mother's Day. So it was a great day. But it is time for a quick break. So we're going to take a quick break. And we'll be back here shortly. And this is your host, Matt Hasley. And this is Straight Talk on Armed Radio Global.
To see you tomorrow, and every tomorrow, maybe you're letting me borrow your heart. Is it too much to ask for every Sunday? While we're at it, growing every other day to start. I know people make promises all the time, then they turn right around and break them. And someone cuts your heart open with a knife, and you bleed.
Still waiting for the hot and trendy clothing to go on sale? Well, shop Ritzy Reruns. They're located at 1612 West Locust Street in Davenport, Iowa. Phone 563-322-8684. They offer brands such as Abercrombie, Hollister, American Eagle, North Face, and many others. Ritzy's carries tons of shoes of all shapes and sizes, plus a large selection of jewelry and designer purses like Louis Vuitton, Prada, Dooney & Burke, to mention a few. So remember Ritzy Reruns and like them on Facebook. It's where fashion isn't full price.
Do you love to travel? Are you tired of the cold? Do you just want to get away? Book your next flight, hotel, car, vacation, cruise, and more at SweetOhinawa.discounttravel.com. That's Sweet, OHENEWAA, discounttravel.com. Invite your friends and family. Thank you for your business.
Tired of walking through those crowded shopping malls only to find out what you were looking for is in the wrong size or out of stock? Well, think Go or Go.com. That's right, Go or Go.com. Just enter what you're looking for in the search bar and boom, there it is. Really, it's that easy. So remember, shop Go or Go.com and leave those headaches behind.
Are you looking for cheap web hosting? Megalowhosting.com is a cheap and professional way to get your website off the ground. For only 89 cents a month, you can be on your way to starting your own business. With their special algorithm, never wait on the phone for tech support again. So if you're looking for a cheap but professional web hosting, Megalowhosting.com is your place.
Train in the art of traditional Taekwondo. Chung Kim's Black Belt Academy was opened in the Quad Cities in 1972. Teaching and training established by 9th Dan Grandmaster Chung Kim. Classes range from Little Tigers class, beginners, intermediate, and advanced level classes. Hop Kie classes also available. Sign your children up and your parents train free with no contracts. For more information, call 563-359-7000 and like us on Facebook at Chung Kim's Black Belt Academy or visit us on the web at www.chungkim.com. Taekwondo is your life's path.
VOX Mobile has an app that gives you a second phone line, second voicemail, and low-cost calling, so you no longer have to buy unlimited minutes from your mobile phone service provider. The VOX Mobile app has free texting and free video calls to other subscribers. But get this, VOX has phone numbers from 57 countries. You can download a foreign phone number from your home, or download a phone number from your home country when you're away. Then when people in that country call you, they get the cost of a local call, even when your mobile phone is overseas. And VOX gives you unlimited inbound calls for only $9.95 a month. Check out VOX Mobile on Google Play or on iTunes. That's VOX Mobile. It's under the mobile VoIP apps, or just search for VoIP. VOX is the only carrier with all these features on its app. Visit the website, voxcorp.net.
This is Jason Merrill from the John and Jay Show every Tuesday nights at 11 Eastern on Live 365 Radio, home of the big guns.
Wow, that tiger lily on your shoulder has amazing colors.
Thanks. I just got this tattoo a week ago.
What? No way. That tattoo looks totally healed. My tattoos never looked that great after a week. What did you use on it?
It's not what I used on it, it's what I used in it.
Now you're just making fun of me. What do you mean in it?
Tattoo Rick told me that it's not only what you put on your tattoos, it's what you put in your body that also affects your tattoos.
Right. Another thing I have to change about my diet.
No, nothing like that. I take the tattoo pill.
Really? There's a pill for tattoos?
Yeah, it's called a tattoo pill. It's packed with 30 vitamins and minerals that your body needs to help operate at ideal level. It helps me before, during, and after my tattoo. Great thing is, it's made here in the United States from all natural ingredients. And for people like me that are vegetarians, the tattoo pill comes in a veggie capsule and is gluten-free.
Okay, you got me. Where do I get this tattoo pill?
TheTattooPill.com.
TheTattooPill.com?
Yes, all one word, TheTattooPill.com.
Straight Talk with Matt Hasley. Every Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Central Time. Only on Armed Radio Global.
When I met you in the summer, to my heartbeat sound, we fell in love as the leaves turn brown. And we could be together, baby, as long as skies are blue. You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon. When I met you in the summer.
Once again, we're back live on Straight Talk with Matt Hasley, and they're already tweeting in the insults. That's what I want to see. I got a special tonight. I brought up, and I haven't got to that part yet of the show, but I'm already getting the insults just by the lead-in. And it's best insults, cut-downs, and comebacks. So if you got any good ones that you've heard or you'd like to share, you can tweet them at #ArmedRadio, or you can send it to me at LittleHaze80 and I'll see it pop up on the ARM Radio Global TweetDeck spaceship, whatever you want to call it. I got so many different screens open. But yeah, don't be afraid to tweet in. And I'm saving Mike's. Mike just tweeted me want to go, but I'm not going to go to that segment quite yet. But no, it's it's a good one. But no, we're going to talk about a few police stories in the news, and apparently a man trolls the Des Moines police, Des Moines, Iowa police on Facebook following a Sears robbery. He's quoted, "Now I strive to be public enemy number one," Andrew Bolden allegedly wrote on the Des Moines Police Department page. Des Moines, Iowa, May 12th. The Facebook page of Des Moines Police Department is being trolled by a man who is suspected of shoplifting at a local Sears. Andrew Bolden is wanted for second-degree robbery, allegedly stealing at Sears, a second-degree theft for possessing a stolen vehicle. I think it'd be a little higher than second-degree, but we certainly feel that the Facebook is a useful tool for us in crime solving. Sergeant Jason Halifax told WHO-TV Des Moines. After the department identified Bolden by using social media, someone claimed to be the 31-year-old began posting on the department's page. "First of all, I didn't rob anything. I shoplifted and ran away." Security was embarrassed. He couldn't keep up with me. He made up a lie about me beating him up. The initial post reads, the Des Moines Police Department account responded that Bolden was welcome to come in and speak to us about what you did. He says, now this is another quote he put, "Now I strive to be public enemy number one. Yup. I got nothing to lose but the world to gain. How dangerous am I?" Bolden wrote back. "By the way, you police forgot to warn the public that I am a martial arts expert and my IQ is quite on the high end. Y'all ready? The department is still hopeful that Bolden will be arrested." I'm sorry, but he's going to be arrested someday. If you didn't want them to know you're a martial arts expert, and you wanted some type of, I always figured is if a guy was tough, it's like, the comedian, what's his name? They called him Tater Tot. He always said, he goes, "I didn't know how many they were going to use to beat me, or how many guys were going to beat me up, but I know how many they were going to use." It's kind of that statement is, it doesn't matter how many he thinks he can take. They're going to bring more to arrest him than he thinks he can handle. I'm sorry, but it's not like the martial arts movies, they don't stand there and go, "Okay, you kick me. Okay, now I'll attack. You kick him." And then, "Oh, no, wait, I'll attack him." No, it's they all come at you at one time. And you might hurt some people, but it's kind of pointless. You're turning a shoplifting thing into something, that's way beyond what it should be. It's actually kind of stupid. Oh, I got a tweet there. Okay, cool. I just got a message from a friend of mine. He is going to come on and do a little guest hosting with me tonight when we do the cut downs. He gave me about the 15-20 minute line there. So here's another one. And this sounds kind of like Mike Allen, but I don't know. I don't know if they have Waffle Houses down in. But it says, "Man with no pants arrested at Waffle House after starting a conversation about his private parts." Oh, never mind. What a name. I didn't make it up. His name is Ryan Smallwood. Was charged with public disorderly conduct. Rock Hill, North Carolina, May 12th. A North Carolina man arrested over the weekend for allegedly sitting in a Rock Hill Waffle House with no pants on and striking up a conversation about his genitals. A police officer reportedly saw Ryan Smallwood sitting in a booth, flipping the bird early Sunday morning while his pants were around his ankles. The officer told Smallwood, who did have his boxers on, to pull up his pants, and he complied. A short while later, the officer heard Smallwood talking about his privates to two other people sitting at the bar. The Rock Hill Herald reported Smallwood was told he had to leave the restaurant or he would be placed on arrest. After he argued with the officer and failed to leave, Smallwood was arrested and charged with public disorderly conduct. You know, that's what they give you, the opportunity to leave, and you're still not smart enough to take it. Wow. I don't know if you can hear it right now, the thunder going on. I don't know if it's coming over the air right now, but it is rumbling here big time. So, we have strong line of storms going over us right now. So, I don't know if I get kicked off or the power knocked out and it just goes completely dead, you know what happens. So, hopefully no tornadoes. It could be isolated tornadoes, so... let's see. Speak of the devil, boy, wow. Hit right as I said that. Isn't that ironic? Yep, our power, the power didn't go off, but the line shut down for Live 365, so that was crazy. It's right as I said that. Woo. I won't start talking about that anymore. But here's another one. In the Iowa police officer hit by massive tree during a traffic stop. You know, they talk about two of the biggest things or most dangerous times as a police officer. I spent 13 years in law enforcement, so I know a little bit about this. Is one, domestic disturbance, and two is a traffic stop. But the last thing I expected at a traffic stop is to get hit by a massive tree. But in Centerville, Iowa, an Iowa police officer was struck by a massive oak tree during a routine traffic stop. Last week, Officer Jeremy Veach dash cam captured the strange accident on video. After he was pulled over, motorist for driving without having her headlights on. Veach was not seriously injured by the tree, but he did receive 3 stitches. He's lucky. I was picking up tree bark out of my hair, and it was in my ears. Veach told KCCI it could have been a lot worse than it was. Well, I was driving into work one morning. This is quite a few years back, probably about 10 years ago. And I was, it was right before Christmas, probably beginning part of December. We had a little bit of snow on the ground, not a lot, but I come up to the top of the hill and there's a giant dump truck in the parking lot. And there, we're only open just to sell gift certificates and stuff for Christmas, at the golf course. And so I pull up, and I had a black Suburban at the time, and I'm pull in, and I start to veer to the right to go over just like I do normally to pull over to the parking lot or parking space, and I see this guy waving at me to go back the other direction. And I'm like, what the heck is it? What's his deal? So I start to veer back to the left, and they dropped a full-size tree on the parking lot, and it missed my car by... I could feel the branches hitting the side of it, just splattering the side. I'd never seen anybody do anything like that before. And, if it wouldn't have been anybody paying attention, a little car could have killed him. And they, you know what they said? Well, if I recall, you were speeding. I'm like, it doesn't matter how fast you go. And that's the last thing I've ever been known for. My wife gives me crap about it because she goes, "Oh, you don't speed," and I was like, "You're right." But and here's another one. Another man arrested. Man arrested after driving to police station to report accident while drunk. Patrick Ruffner was arrested on suspicion of DUI and driving with a suspended license. Apparently, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, man was arrested after he allegedly drove to the Baton Rouge Police Troops office to file an accident report while he was drunk. The last place you want to be going when you're drunk. Patrick Ruffner was arrested on suspicion of driving while intoxicated and driving with a suspended license after a trooper at the station smelled alcohol on him and he decided to give him a test. You know, what are you doing? That's the last place you want to go. But get enough alcohol in you and people turn just all kinds of stupid. So, in Massachusetts, a church almost crushed by a rolling stone, and no, not the Rolling Stones, but it rolled. If it would have rolled another 12 inches, it would have gone right through the building. Pastor says, Saugus, Massachusetts, Rolling Stone stopped inches short of crashing into Massachusetts church, in what some people might call a minor miracle. A construction explosion in Saugus caused a large boulder to come loose and almost roll into the Grace Ministries church. If it had rolled another 12 inches, it would have gone right through the building. The boulder was approximately 20 tons. LeClaire saw the boulder coming, but he kept faith that the church would be saved. We were standing across the street saying, "Uh-oh, there it goes." LeClaire said, "I was thinking the church was going to get wrecked, and I had this peace about me where it really wasn't going to get wrecked, and it didn't. Just the Lord kind of said, that's enough." Grace Ministries has a food pantry that feeds thousands, which would likely have been shut down as the boulder hit the church. That's amazing how it stopped there, but... And then another news study finds cocaine has contaminated British drinking water. So I wonder why they're always so happy over there. Drinking water inspectorate study finds that the water supply contains, I don't know if I can say this word, benzoyl gonine or whatever. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that. A new study of water supplied in the United Kingdom has found a British drinking water contains traces of cocaine. The study, which is done by the Drinking Water Inspectorate, found that the water contains of benzoylene cognine or whatever. I'm not sure if that's right. The form of cocaine treated after it has been metabolized by the body. Substantial amounts of ibuprofen, carbamazepine, a drug used for treating epilepsy, were also found in the water. We have near the highest level of cocaine use in Western Europe, drug policy expert Steve Rolls told the Sunday Times. It has also been getting cheaper and cheaper at the same time its use has been going up. It says almost 700,000 people aged 16 to 59 are estimated to use cocaine annually in Britain. Wow. I'd hate to think what those stats would be here in the United States. Let me see here. Got some more mesh. I'll get that one later. Let's see here. California woman chases after daughter's robber on Mother's Day. That's probably not how the family planned on spending Mother's Day, officers said. A California mom had a Mother's Day surprise that was definitely different from breakfast in bed. According to the Stockton Police Department, an elderly woman spent a portion of Mother's Day chasing after two men who robbed her daughter. When a suspect ripped a gold chain off her daughter's neck, the woman tried to chase them down. Oh, wow. I just had a giant spider go across my computer screen. That was a wake-up call. I mean, he was about as big around as maybe a 50-cent piece. It's a good thing my daughter was down here. She would have screamed bloody murder. But it says at that point, the victim's elderly mother saw what happened and chased after the suspect, yelling help. Stockton police officer Joe Silva told the news the men were able to escape into a waiting vehicle. They allegedly fired a gun in the air as they drove off. Wow. That's the thing. A lot of people, you can replace the gold. You can't replace the people. So don't go, getting stupid and making a mistake that, you never know what that crook is carrying or doing or what. But, no, I always like to say is you can always replace the property. You can't replace the people. We're going to take another quick break here right now. It is 9:46. We're a little over time for break, and hopefully Jason will be joining us after this. And we're going to go into a little bit of the insults and comebacks and cut downs. So hopefully that'll be a nice segment. So once again, this is Matt Hasley. You're listening to Straight Talk on Armed Radio Global.
Building, expanding, or remodeling. The name in site work is Savino Contracting. Experts in demolition, excavation, sewer and septic tank installation, and site prep. Get in touch on Twitter at Savino Contract or call 508-989-0960 or email to evsavino@yahoo.com. Savino Contracting has what it takes to get the job done.
Glastic water bottle, a shatterproof glass water bottle. It's great for any liquid because everything tastes best in glass. A leak-proof lid you can close and toss on the couch without worry. Chances are it won't ever break, but if it does, no worries. The glass is safely contained inside a protective outer shell, so you won't have a dangerous mess to clean up. You can safely remove the broken glass and get replacements. Go to GlasticWaterBottle.com to get your very own Glastic bottle today. That's GlasticWaterBottle.com. GLASSTIC waterbottle.com. What are you waiting for?
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at Route106Motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. Route106Motors.com.
Christian Pliva is Boston's premier wedding and personal photographer. Turning his passion into a life's work, he has dedicated himself to bringing his talents to capture the special memories of the beginning of your life's journey together. Christian uses the most updated equipment and software to handle any sized wedding event, from full church and reception to a small intimate ceremony in the courthouse. Contact him today at www.christianplivaimages.com for booking information and available dates. Crown Military Miniatures celebrates this holiday season with an enormous selection of new and vintage collector quality toy soldiers. You have to see the photorealistic detail on the World War II armor or the sheer volume of the figures from the American Civil War to the Zulu Wars to the Jacobite Rebellion. If soldiers were there, Crown Military Miniatures has it covered in little men cast and pewter. Veterans, active duty personnel, and military enthusiasts, you have to check out Crown Military Miniatures. Visit them online at crowntoysoldiers.com or visit their store at 88 North Broadway in tax-free Salem, New Hampshire. In the morning, you have bacon, you have eggs, pancakes, and that nice big tall cup of coffee. But now, every Monday morning, you can start your week out right with On the Air Monday Morning Brew, starring yours truly, Mike Allen. Hey, that's me. Wake up in the morning, get a nice cup of coffee, kick back before you start your week, and let me send you on your way. Monday's getting a bad rap. Let's turn that around. On the Air with Mike Allen, Monday Morning Brew, every Monday morning, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Armed Radio.
So rise and shine.
Straight Talk with Matt Hasley. Every Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Central Time. Only on Armed Radio Global.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy.
Once again, we're back on Straight Talk with Matt Hasley, and we're on Armed Radio Global. Kind of surviving the weather here. Hopefully we can get through the show. It is still rumbling outside. I don't know if you can hear it in the background there, but it is booming right now. That was a good one right there. Just hit right there. So the weather is quite active in the Midwest. Actually runs all the way across the whole middle part of the United States, straight down. There's another one. Boom. You just hear it. It's just rumbling. So, and the last time I mentioned about kicked off the show, the line air went dead. Whoop, right there. So I got to be careful when I, don't mention that because, I had a thing pop up said your line is no longer active. I was like, okay. And it was like right on cue. So, somebody is listening. But going over the NBA scores, Heat come back to nix the Nets down, or beat them 102-96. Spurs Trailblazers, I do not have a score in that game yet. I'm surprised. It's supposed to kick off at 9:30. Well, it should already be going now. I don't show any update in that score. But if we get one, I'll definitely broadcast it. Right now, Canadians beat the Bruins 4-0. That's the final. And then Kings Ducks are tied 1-1. 4:54 left to go in the first period. In Major League Baseball scores, it's Tigers beating the Orioles 4-1, or actually beat the Orioles 4-1. Blue Jays beat the Angels 7-3. Cubs 11-5, and I think it is going to be the top of the ninth. I'm not positive, but I think it's going to the ninth. And then White Sox Athletics 1-1, top of the second. Mariners Rays, bottom of the second. Mariners beating the Rays 4-0. And bottom of the ninth, Mets are beating the Yankees 9-7. And top of the 7th, Rangers are beating the Astros 4-0. Top of the 3rd, you got Diamondbacks beating the Nationals 3-2. And bottom of the 2nd, you got Marlins beating the Dodgers 1-0. And finally, we got top of the 2nd inning, Giants are beating the Braves 1-0. So we're going to talk about cut downs, and first of all, before we get into that, I'm going to do is because I know that's going to be kind of a fun segment that's going to go a little bit, and then I'll forget to talk about everybody else here. But I wanted to do is May 2nd. I'm going to cover the May 2nd birthdays. Luth Benward, 19. He's a movie actor. Birthday today. Tony Hawk, 46. Skateboarder. He's supposed to be doing a 3-hour demonstration this summer here. Kenton Duty, TV actor, 19. Guy looks like he's about 12. Catherine Tate, another TV actress, 46. Kim Fields, TV actress, 45. Emilio Estevez, 52. Brother Charlie Sheen. Florence Nightingale, today would have been her birthday. She died in 1910. Pepper J, 65, producer. Jason Biggs, 36. Emily Van Camp, 28. Katharine Hepburn, passed away in 2003. I always said my mom, I grew up with my mom, sounds just like Katharine Hepburn. Got the voice. And Yogi Berra, 89 today. Mark Foster, Olympian, 44. Steve Smith, 35, NFL player. Erica Campbell, model, 33. George Carlin's birthday would have been today. Passed away in 2008. God, I can't believe it's been that long. Another one, Ving Rhames. I thought Ving Rhames passed away. It says 55. But Malcolm David Kelly, TV actor, 22. Marlene Ackerman, 36, movie actress. Rami Malek, 33, TV actor. God, I'm trying to think what he plays in one of the... Can't think of what movie it is, or what show it is, but Eric Singer, 56, drummer. Steve Winwood, got many of his albums. Can't believe he's 66. Man. Burt Bacharach, 86. Jonah Lamu, 39. Val would know who that is, rugby player. Stephen Baldwin, 48. Chloe Sims, 32, reality star. Carla Hall, 50. She's a chef. Odia Rush, 17, movie actress. Madeline McCann. Gabriel Byrne, 64, movie actor. Boy, he's playing in a lot of movies. Frank Stella, 78, artist. Rebecca Herbst, 37, TV soap actress. Bruce Boxenleitner, TV actor. I've seen him in a lot of shows, 64. And Cindy Chiao, 34, movie actress. Kix Brooks, country singer, 59. Gareth Evans, philosopher, passed away in 1980. Richard Reilly, 66, TV actor. Boy, he's played in a lot of movies, too. Domhnall Gleeson, movie actor, 31. Nadia Giosia, she's a chef, 34. Tom Schneider, TV show host. Boy, yeah, I remember him. Passed away in 2007. Professional golfer Mike Weir, birthdays today, 44. And also other professional golfer, Jim Furyk, he's 44 today. Aaron Yu, movie actor, 35. And Sullivan and Sawyer Sweeten, 19, TV actor. Wow, hard to believe that. And Linda Dano, 71, soap opera actress. Boy, she doesn't look 71. But happy birthday to all those out there. Birthday today. And May 12th here, music history. In 1960, Frank Sinatra and Elvis Presley appeared on the same TV special and performed the other hit. Elvis sang Witchcraft and Sinatra sang Love Me Tender. Wow, that's amazing. 1963, Bob Dylan walked out of dress rehearsals of the Ed Sullivan Show when CBS censors told him he could not perform Talkin' John Birch Paranoid Blues. 1965, Satisfaction was recorded by the Rolling Stones. 1967, the Jimi Hendrix Experience released their debut album, Are You Experienced? 1967, Archie Bell from the Drells was drafted in the U.S. military for a tour of Vietnam. 1968, Jimi Hendrix was arrested for possession of hashish and heroin when he crossed the Canadian border for a concert into Toronto. He claimed the drugs were planted, and he was later exonerated. 1971, Jerry Lee Lewis was granted a divorce from his cousin Myra. Mick Jagger, in 1971, Mick Jagger and Bianca Perez, actually should be Perez, Morena de Macias were married. 1972, Rolling Stones released their album Exile on Main Street. 1977, Hotel California earned a gold record for the Eagles. 1983, Meatloaf filed for bankruptcy. And 1985, honorary doctorate of music degree was given to Lionel Richie from his alma mater, Tuskegee Institute in Alabama. I'm trying to get JC sending me message after message there, but I'm not. Oh, he got a Todd Van Popaloo. What the heck? I have no idea what he's talking about. He just said weird, so I don't know what he means. Trying to get him to call my cell, so and I'll just bring him on the air that way. But let's see here. Going back to music history there, in 1999, George Jones pled guilty to driving while impaired and violating the Tennessee open container law in Franklin. He was fined $550. Boy, you would like to get that nowadays if you get pulled over. That'd be nothing. 2002, at Miami International Airport, Dionne Warwick was arrested when baggage screeners found 11 marijuana cigarettes inside her lipstick container. What? Why would they even go through that? You know, if it's a lipstick container, what are they going through it for? Unless a dog triggered off on it. But 2002, Todd Hamilton's Aerosmith home in Cape Cod was destroyed by fire. The house was under construction at the time. So another big thunder rumble went right there. I don't know if you could hear that. But yep, I am on Skype, so yeah. If he calls my cell, I'm trying to send him a message. Or I can call his. But I sent him another or I can't talk and type at the same time. I'm sorry. But we are trying to get Jason on the line here. He, I'm sure he'll have some great comebacks and cut downs. But while we're trying to get him on, here's another one. Police arrest a man for allegedly posted about selling drugs on Facebook. Why would you post it on Facebook? Not a lot of common sense. I mean, you're I mean, it's so easy for somebody to share what you do. Once you post it on Facebook, it's for the world to see. So, if you got people posting risque photos, so just think about that. When you go to hire or go to work for somebody, and they look you up on social media, because they will, they'll check and see if, what kind of stuff you post. And they will make sure, or they, could be the determining factor whether you get hired or not. But, I don't have, I have a lot of friends on Facebook. I have a lot of people constantly add me. If you want to add me, you can, send me a message. Matt Hasley, Facebook. And it's Hasley. So if you're wondering, and that's my real name. That's what I go by. I got nothing to hide on Facebook. So if you want to do is add me on Facebook. I get a lot of messages on there, and I try to answer them. Sometimes it might take a little while, or but I'll eventually answer it. I get probably 25, 30 ads a day. So it's if you I get people adding me from all over the world. So and I really think it's kind of cool. I try to interact with them. Coming from different parts of the country. A lot of them, a lot of Spanish. Some of them I have to translate into. Google is so great because it helps me translate enough to where I can talk to them. Because if you're sending private messages, Facebook would automatically, translate, try to detect the language. But when they send a private message, it won't. So you have to, you got to do that yourself. But, I get a lot of messages from a lot of people, and I get it's a way to keep up with family and friends and people that I know. So and I'll tell you what, ARM Radio is ever expanding. It's I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to come on twice a week here and talk to everybody, and try to do is make their Monday go a little easier. So when I get into Tuesday, it's not so bad. Monday's after a hard day, you don't want to come home and you want to think about stuff, and I don't want to make it too down and dreary and I hate talking about politics. I mean, occasionally I'll talk politics, but I don't want to talk about it on the air. You get talking about politics on the air because it doesn't matter what side of it you're on, you make half of your audience upset. So I try to stay away from that. I try to stay with just there was a big one there. See, I just made the man upstairs upset, so hopefully I'll stop talking about politics. But no, we're going to go to a new segment here, and this is a different segment, I would say. Let's see here. I got a bunch of other stuff going on, but I'll come back to those. I'm going to talk about this one right before, because this is perfect for the weather we get going right now. Lightning strikes not once, not twice, but 11 times at a Salt Lake City airport. 10 Delta flights and 1 United Airlines flight were struck at Salt Lake City International Airport. Lightning struck 11 times on Wednesday, leading to the cancellation of several flights. 11 inbound planes were struck, and maintenance teams are working to determine the exact extent of the damage. 1 United Airlines flight was hit, and the rest of the planes were all arriving Delta flights. I think it's reassuring to know that the airlines do look at the aircraft after a mention is made that there could have been a lightning strike, that they can withstand it. Even though the strikes likely occurred while the planes were occupied, Gwen said, it is unlikely the passengers noticed. All the strikes happened within 2 hours of each other. It's scary to hear that lightning strikes happen, but what I take away from it is very important to know. It happens. That is not uncommon, although it is unusual to have this many in one day. But everything's fine. Wow. I don't know how close you've ever been to a lightning strike. And I was, years ago, this is probably 15, 16 years ago, I lived in Rock Falls, Illinois. And I was we lived in an old farmhouse. And we had a big storm. It was going out, but everything was north of us. And the house faced to the south, and we had a big deck on the front of it. And we had 4 acres. We lived on this land, and I was leaning out around the house, and I was looking north, trying to see how bad the storm was. I really love watching storms. I love, it's just the awe factor of it. It's so cool, the lightning and everything. I've never seen a tornado on the ground. I've seen plenty of funnel clouds, seen tornadoes dipping down, hanging down, but I've never seen them actually on the ground doing damage. I mean, I really don't want to see one up close. I'd love to see it in a field where it's not hurting anybody. But I was looking out north around the corner of the house, and I heard this static pop in the yard. Kind of like when you rub your feet on the floor and you touch something, that static charge sound. And when I heard it, I just immediately knew it was not a good sign, because it was like you could tell it was electricity pop. And I leaned back and turned my head away, and lightning struck a little tree that was out in our yard that had been anchored down by the tie-downs, the metal tie-downs, and just about fried that little tree. I mean, it was just, and that was only like 30 feet from me. And probably the thing to help me was I was raised up on the deck, and we had a metal picnic table with 4 chairs around it and everything that was up on the deck, and I don't remember running through them. I sent them across the deck flying, and I don't remember even, I ran in the house so fast, I don't remember pushing them out of the way. But yeah, it's amazing some of the things you'll do. You run faster scared than you do mad, But no, it's, think about the dangers that come involved with lightning, and me working at a golf course, and, it's, if I see lightning, come in. It's so easy to, you can go back out and finish your round later, but you can't fix, if lightning strikes you. I mean, most of the time it's death, so it's not worth it. You can always finish the golf round later. Well, we're going to switch over to another segment here. Let's see here. Let's see. I got to scroll down. Let's see here. These are some insults that I come across, and these are your top insults. And, I mean, some are going to be good, some are going to be bad. You tell me what you like. Mike Allen brought in one, and I'm going to read Mike's first because he tweeted that one in early. He said, this is from Pro Wrestling. He said, the last time I saw a beating like that, it involved a gag and a safe word. I like that one. That one's good. But insults, you can use these. Get some guy picking on you or whatever, and you need a good comeback or whatever, and you want to use these. That's great. My son said that he was getting picked on the bus when he was coming home. And the kid's 3 years older than him, and he said the kid started slapping his side of his head and everything, and he reached up and grabbed his hand, and he goes, I tried to defend myself. I said, well, good. That's what I want to hear. I said, don't let this kid touch you. And I said, when he does, next time, grab his hand, smack it, and yell it out really loud so the bus driver hears, don't touch me. And I guarantee you that'll get his attention. But here's one of the good cut downs. It says, I researched your entire family tree, and it seems that you were the sap. So here's another one. You're so old, even your memory is in black and white. Well, I'm sorry, but here you go. Ever since I saw you in your family tree, I wanted to cut it down. Here's another one. You're person of rare intelligence. It's rare when you show any. A lot of people do that. A lot of people, the longer they talk, the less intelligence they show. Let's see here. I used to think that you were a big pain in the neck. Now I have much lower opinion of you. Yeah. Let's see. I heard your parents took you to the dog show and you won. That's kind of cheesy, but not bad. You fear success, but really you have nothing to worry about. You are proof that evolution can go in reverse. Here's another one. Brains aren't everything. In fact, in your case, they're nothing. And then here's another one. Don't you need a license to be that ugly? This is just, I got a ton of these. List them. I look into your eyes and I get the feeling someone else is driving. See, I like that one. Because there are a lot of people that way. Here you go. I love what you've done with your hair. How did you get it to come out of your nostrils like that? That's a good one. Oh, this is an old one. In a battle of wits, you're an unarmed man. Yep. Moonlight becomes you in total darkness even more. You're so old, the candles in your birthday cake raised earth temperature by 3 degrees. Oh, God, that's bad. You are so dumb, you planted a dogwood tree and expected a litter of puppies. Okay, that one's really bad. Your house is so nasty. I tripped over a rat and a cockroach stole my wallet. Here's another one. Is your name maple syrup? It should be you sap. No. That's not a very good one. You're so dumb, your dog teaches you new tricks. Some drink from the fountain of knowledge. You just gargled. Here you go. Your house is so dirty you have to wipe your feet before you go outside. You tell people you live just up the street from the corner and walk. And wait a minute. You tell people you live just up the street from the corner of walk and don't walk. Alrighty. You're a living proof that God has a sense of humor. You inspired the slogan, "A mind is a terrible thing to waste." If you spoke your mind, you'd be speechless. There's another big boom right there. One more wrinkle and you'd pass for a prune. Let's see here. Let's see. It says, are you always an idiot or am I just when I'm around? Let's see here. I heard you were a freak show when you went to a freak show and got in for free. Some of these I'm just going over because they're really bad. Your family tree is nothing but a rest stop for dogs. You're so old you walked into an antique shop and they sold you. Here you go. You remind me of the ocean. You make me sick. You prefer 3 left turns to 1 right turn. Here you go. You have a Teflon brain. Nothing sticks. Let's see. You conserve toilet paper by using both sides. Oh, wow. Let's see. Well, there's a lot of them here. Let's see. If my dog had your face, I'd... Oh, that's an old one. Shave his butt, make him walk backwards. Yeah. Let's see here. Well, there's a ton of them. I'll hit you so hard, by the time you come down, you'll need a passport and a plane ticket. Let's see. You want me to... I need to do this send this list over to Dog so he can, for his cut downs. Here you go. Here's mama jokes. Your mama jokes. Your mom was so dumb when she saw under 17 not admitted, she went home and got 16 friends. Oh, God. Your mom was so old, one of her pets was on Noah's Ark. Oh, God. That's bad. Your mom was so ugly for Halloween, she tricks or treats on the phone. Your mom's so dumb when she passed YMCA and said, hey, look, they spelled Macy's wrong. Your mom was so poor, people rob her house for practice. Oh, boy, these are bad ones. Your mom was so dumb, her shoes say TGIF, toes going first. Okay, yeah. I can't mock somebody's mom. Not just after Mother's Day. It's funny to hear people, they go, they'll be talking back and forth and they'll be cussing each other and everything, and they'll say, your mom is fat or something like that, and they'll be like, oh, you don't talk about my mom. They'll be fine about anything else. You can talk about anything else. But it's like you drew that line in the sand and they crossed over the line. Ooh, you can't talk about my mom like that. Well, we're going to take another quick break. It's time for hear from our sponsors there. We'll come back. We'll do a few more cut downs in here. But once again, this is your host, Matt Hasley. We're live on Straight Talk on ARM Radio Global.
Listen up. Are you tired of being tired? Looking for that extra boost? Do yourself a favor and visit buylimitlessenergy.com to learn about limitless energy. That's buylimitlessenergy.com for limitless energy. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Buylimitlessenergy.com. That's buylimitlessenergy.com. So stop wasting your life. Get limitless energy now.
Visit crafterstown.com, your website to buy and sell arts and crafts worldwide. At Crafterstown, you will find unique arts and crafts from around the world. We also have Grammy's Tips of the Day blog for shortcuts to crafting. Take a walk down Main Street at crafterstown.com. Glastic Water Bottle, a shatterproof glass water bottle. It's great for any liquid because everything tastes best in glass. A leak-proof lid you can close and toss on the couch without worry. Chances are it won't ever break, but if it does, no worries. The glass is safely contained inside a protective outer shell, so you won't have a dangerous mess to clean up. You can safely remove the broken glass and get replacements. Go to GlasticWaterBottle.com to get your very own Glastic bottle today. That's GlasticWaterBottle.com. GLASSTIC waterbottle.com. What are you waiting for?
Do you love film? Do you want to star in one this summer? Check out OrangeLeafFilms.com, an indie film company made for making moments last. This summer, Orange Leaf Films' new film, Sin, a story of a modern take on the 7 deadly sins, is coming soon. To learn more about being in the film or helping the production crew, go to OrangeLeafFilms.com for more details.
Do you love to travel? Are you tired of the cold? Do you just want to get away? Book your next flight, hotel, car, vacation, cruise, and more at SweetOhinawa.discounttravel.com. That's Sweet, OHENEWAA, discounttravel.com. Invite your friends and family. Thank you for your business.
It's freaking crazy hot at MobileWebsites.com. Everyone and their grandma is mobile. Get more mobile customers before your competition does. HotMobileWebsites.com will custom design an eye-popping mobile website, then throw in a free domain and hosting for 1 whole year. All done for you for only $259. That's right, $259. That's crazy and hot. Over $1,000 in savings. Never any setup fees or contracts. Go to hotmobilewebsites.com or call now, 877-220-5576. That's 877-220-5576. One more time, 877-220-5576.
Tired of walking through those crowded shopping malls only to find out what you were looking for is in the wrong size or out of stock? Well, think Go or Go.com. That's right, Go or Go.com. Just enter what you're looking for in the search bar and boom, there it is. Really, it's that easy. So remember, shop Go or Go.com and leave those headaches behind.
VOX Mobile has an app that gives you a second phone line, second voicemail, and low-cost calling, so you no longer have to buy unlimited minutes from your mobile phone service provider. The VOX Mobile app has free texting and free video calls to other subscribers. But get this, VOX has phone numbers from 57 countries. You can download a foreign phone number from your home, or download a phone number from your home country when you're away. Then when people in that country call you, they get the cost of a local call, even when your mobile phone is overseas. And VOX gives you unlimited inbound calls for only $9.95 a month. Check out VOX Mobile on Google Play or on iTunes. That's VOX Mobile. It's under the mobile VoIP apps, or just search for VoIP. VOX is the only carrier with all these features on its app. Visit the website, voxcorp.net.
Women's and lemons, your time is now. Begin your adventure, live your dream. 50 is the new 30, so quintastic women. Get it for yourself. Teens and young adults, get it for your moms. It's coming in fall 2013. Sign up for email notification of release at VIPFALO at AOL.com. Yeah, Women's and Lemons is everywhere. Everybody's talking about Women's and Lemons. Sign up for VIPFALO at AOL.com now.
Straight Talk with Matt Hasley. Every Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Central Time. Only on Armed Radio Global.
All I need is a little love in my life. All I need is a little love in the dark. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. I need a little loving tonight. Hold me so I'm not falling apart. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. Yeah. Shotgun, aimed at my heart, you got one.
We are back live on Street Talk. This is your host, Matt Hasley, and we're on Armed Radio Global. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors out there. If you would like to interact with the show, call 1-866-225-5401. Jason, 1-866-225-5401. It's that easy. Or you can reach us on Facebook at Arm Radio 1 or Twitter at Arm Radio 1. Special thanks to our sponsors, K&L Consulting. They offer a wide variety of services. All of their services come with a 100% money-back guarantee. They'll match any competitor's offer. They offer payroll services, employee management services, commercial funding, 24-hour customer service, premium business services without a contract, and a name you can trust. KNLconsulting.com. Also, Buy Limitless Energy. BuyLimitlessEnergy.com is more than just an energy drink. It offers a combination of natural ingredients that work synergistically to enhance your performance. It's gives you the energy, focus, and hydration you need. It's a sustained boost. I can't even say that word without a crash. Vox Mobile. If you're out of country, and they actually have phone numbers from 57 countries, and you still need a local number, Think Vox Mobile. You can download a local number even when you're gone and receive unlimited calls like you're in town without the overseas rates. Also, for SavvySouls.com, 50 to 70% off shoes. If you need to get those red pumps, you got to take care of the ladies. And if you didn't get her anything yesterday, well, make sure you do it today. For SavvySouls.com, 50 to 70% off. Mention ARM Radio and get an extra 10% off. We were talking a little bit about cut downs, but I got one here. These are actually some good comebacks. So if somebody's giving you a hard time and you need a comeback, you occasionally throw something back that might, maybe a one-liner that'll stop them in their tracks. But here's a few of them. I like this one. The fact that no one understands you doesn't mean you're an artist. Here's another one. You inspire my inner serial killer. Another one. Too many freaks, not enough circuses. And here's a classic one. Why don't you slip into something more comfortable, like a coma? And then here's probably a classic one. I'm busy. Can I ignore you some other time? It says, do you hear that? It's the sound of no one caring. I could say nice things about you, but I'd rather tell the truth. Another one. I never forget a face, but in your case, I'd gladly make an exception. Here's another one. I know I'm talking to an idiot. I have to, or you won't understand me. Let's see. Here's another one. I like your approach. Now let's see your departure. Here's another. You should have been born in the dark ages. You look terrible in light. I mean, you always get somebody that you have the situation of bullies. And bullies pick on easy prey. And they, I'm making lighthearted of it, but I mean, give them something back. And it makes somebody laugh at them. That really pisses them off. So, I mean, don't fall to what they're talking about. Give them something back. Think of something good. Here's another one. These might be a little inappropriate language, so you got to do is got to watch what it is. What age level you're saying it at or whatever. But somebody giving you crap. My middle finger gets a boner when I think of you. I won't say that one, but says, no, I'm not insulting you, I'm describing you. I see you did your makeup today. Someone sure misses coloring books. Here's another one. Roses are red, violets are blue. I got 5 fingers, and the middle one is for you. There you go. That's a good one. I would slap you, but I don't want to get any slut on my hand. Oh, here you go. This is probably a classic one. You remind me of a penny, two-faced and effing worthless. So, it's another one. You grow on people, just like cancer. But let's see. Rumors are at least you're spreading something beside your legs. Ooh. How many spoonfuls of bitch did you have this morning? Life is short, and so is your penis. It says, can I borrow your face for a few days? My ass is going on holiday. Let's see here. Come on, Mike, you got any good ones for me? And I thought Joe Rocks would have a ton of them to call in, but... final Cub game. Cubs win 17-5 I love it. And how's that? Let me see here. Let me find this thing here. I got to do this. I don't get often to do this, so let's see. Let's see here. So if you can hear this one here. Hopefully
You're going to be...
Yep, it would. Had to wait for that to... I gotta go to this stupid commercial. It's gotta play.
They're cloudy.
Yeah, it's gotta go to a commercial ad for me before I can do anything. I hate that. There we go. Now I got it fixed.
Baseball season's underway. Well, you better get ready for a brand new day. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They're singing, go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
I had to do that one for my mother. My mother's a huge Cub fan, so am I. And she'll have the Cubs win flag out flying tomorrow. And nothing is better than beating the Cardinals. I enjoy that. If we only won that many games all year and we beat the Cardinals, it'd make my day. Nope. Let me see here. I got some other stuff I want to talk about. Let's see. Gotta move some screens around here. Get my... got a lot of different stuff up. This one, I gotta scroll back. Here's one. Japanese bar is offering discounts to bald customers. And it says the bar wants to support hardworking fathers losing their hair because of stress, because of job stress. Japanese men are looking for a place to drown their sorrows because of their hair loss. Now a place where they can go on the cheap. In Tokyo is now offering a balding discount to customers who are having follicle issues. The sign outside the bar says it supports hardworking fathers losing their hair due to job stress. Well, I'm not losing my hair. That's the one thing. It might be going gray, but I'm not losing it at all. Another news, let's see here. Let's go a little farther down here. Walmart employee stabbed by a customer who didn't like her vibe. That's exactly the headline. I'm not making it up. It said Nancy Reed also allegedly made statements accusing the mafia of kidnapping her grandchild. Mount Vernon, Washington. A Washington woman could face charges after she allegedly stabbed a Walmart employee because she didn't like her vibe. Nancy Reed was having issues with a self-service checkout machine at a Walmart in Mount Vernon when a female employee went to help her out. When Reed was informed that her credit card had been declined, she became upset and began accusing the mafia of kidnapping her grandchild. The 60-year-old woman then said she didn't like the employee's vibe and allegedly stabbed her with a pair of scissors. The customer and other employees came to the rescue and the scissors were confiscated. The staff person got her hair pulled and a fistful of hair came out. Shannon Hay of Mount Vernon Police told KOMO. They were looking out for the customer and each other. They were keeping an eye on a person that had been watching that came in that knew that behavior was a little bizarre. While police were en route to the store, the woman began dancing around and lifting her dress. It's unclear how Reed will be charged, but it appears she may have mental health issues. No. She's not. No. She's not. She doesn't have mental health issues. She's nuts. But that's a good way to get off of what you're doing. Just act like you're nuts. let's see. Apparently, an explosion rocks a New Hampshire home, and after police officer was shot and taken to hospital in serious condition. New Hampshire home exploded Monday after a fire and a shooting that injured an officer, police said. Police officer was shot around 4:45 p.m. while responding to a call at Brentwood, New Hampshire residents in what appeared to be an armed standoff. The officer, whose name and agency weren't reported, was taken to the hospital in serious condition. The residents, a duplex in a senior living community, broke out in flames after the shooting as SWAT teams and other law enforcement officials converged on the building. About 5:50 p.m. A large explosion rocked the second level of the house, blowing out the roof and causing a massive fireball. Neighbors said the home belonged to Walter Nolan, who is in his 80s. He lives in the home with his son, Mike Nolan. Some 75 officers responded to the fire and were able to put out the flames. No firefighters were injured, and that's as much as I have on that story right now. So, then there was also in the news, and it's in the current news, that a military jet crashed in Arizona. A pilot had a laceration in the nose after ejecting from the crashing plane. That was the 10th, May 10th. The pilot suffered minor injuries after his military jet crashed Friday afternoon in the desert south of Phoenix. Pilot, whose name wasn't reported, ejected from the Harrier jet just before it crashed about 2:12 p.m. local time. When I was stationed at Fort Bliss in El Paso, we had a F-4 Phantom crash on base when I was there. Let's see here. Jason just sent me a message. And, when the F-4 was coming in, and he was coming in to land at El Paso International, it was snowing in El Paso. And it was in 1983. And he realized he was too far down the runway. When he tried to throttle it back up, one of the engines stalled, and he clipped the fence at the end of the property line, and clipped the top of a car. Well, they ejected out, and there was a two-seater. They threw them up in the air, and one of the pilots got a broken leg out of it, but Tallman was the guy's name. Oh, got an incoming call here. Hello, you're on Street Talk with Matt Hasley. What's up, there, Jason?
Yep.
You done?
I'll put it on my Bluetooth. I don't get too much lag.
Are you done feeding the Army?
Yeah, just trying to keep them down. They keep knocking on our door.
You know how to fix that, don't you?
Yeah, NyQuil or Jaeger.
No, I was thinking of Vaseline on the doorknob, you know.
Oh no, it's just the knocking.
Oh.
Each one of them have a signature knock. We know who's knocking each time.
Is it kind of like Sheldon? From
Sheldon?
Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, when he stands there and knocks 3 times.
No, OCD.
How many kids you got now?
8.
Oh.
3. There's 3 of ours, and then the 5 we adopted.
Yep. Well, I got to give you a lot of credit. Takes a lot of courage to do that.
It's been stressful and like aggravating, but other times it's just been awesome. A lot of times, like, Jesus Christ, we actually saved these kids.
Oh yeah,
because it ended up being 4 brothers and then a little girl from a different family, but the 4 boys were going to be split up. Yeah, the 3 older ones had been separated from the youngest. We had been offered when we were doing foster care, the youngest Malachi, the day he was born, but it was just too far of travel for the things we had to do to foster him. And then we started doing respite where we get all of them on the weekends. And then it just worked out. Now we have them.
You got them in 6 months.
But then, we ended up getting Malachi when he was 6 months old.
Well, that's cool. I mean, it's it takes a lot. A lot of people don't realize that it was to foster some kids. I was, I always like to say pay it forward, and what you do. I had a weird incident come to me over the weekend. Guy came in. I'd seen him out there a bunch of different times playing. A real nice guy, big guy, and older man, probably in his mid-50s, And he come up to me and he says, "Hey, what do you charge for lessons?" And I said, well, a private lesson's like $50, and it's like 45 minutes to an hour a private lesson. He goes, "Oh, great." He says, "Here's $60." He handed me $60 cash. He said, "Go out there and help there was an older man. He's got to be in his mid-80s. He's out there chipping on the practice card, and he paid for a lesson. He didn't even know this man. Paid $60 for me to go teach that older man and help him." And he goes, and he turned to me and he goes, "That's what good Christians do." And he put his arm around me and he said, "Go help him. He needs some help. He's been watching all these tapes and everything, and just it's really screwing him up." And I went out there and worked with him for about a half hour, 40 minutes. And, boy, you would have seen how this older man was so lit up, excited about this. And I told him, I said, "Little birdie told me that you were having problems." Didn't tell him who. And I didn't tell him that the guy paid for a lesson or anything, because he told me not to. Don't tell him. But it was just kind of something like paying it forward. And it's like, I do that at Taekwondo. I had 2 kids that I was helping out. I actually, I'm not teaching right now. I stepped back from teaching because one of the guys that worked for me, I'm his boss, and then when I get to Taekwondo, he's my boss, and it's got to be a little power struggle for him. He didn't like that I was his boss the other 5 days a week. So
yeah,
in his real job. So I just said, you know what, I'm just going to step back. It's just been just a little bit too stressful for him. But I love teaching the kids, because the kids, I had kids that they didn't even want to do anything. They didn't want to do anything. And now they spar and do everything. They're not afraid of it. I mean, it's where they've come from, and you see with the kids that you've adopted, what they started out being in a shell, didn't want to do anything, afraid they're going to be from house to house to house to house to house, thinking they're going to be split up, going through, they're going to be devastated, to now they're with a family, now they're being cared for, now they're loved. I mean, and you probably see the way they light up totally different than when they were.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's still, even 4 years later, every once in a while, little things will pop up.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, they're just, we're a little disappointed with our agency has never checked up on, hey, how the boys doing? How's this? How's that? But
they're probably so busy.
These kids are just they are just so overloaded. But still,
that's the bad part of it. Is
our case was really huge for
your guys are doing good, but you got places that they don't check on that aren't doing good.
Right. But
that's the sad part.
Because of how big it was. But from what they came from and from where they're at, even teachers have just said it's amazing. I mean, yes, the 2 older ones on behavior medicine, nothing major, but it really changes them, and it gets them kind of like whatever their random thoughts or racy thoughts or whatever it was, their random acts of them just acting out has gone away. I mean, Donald is now literally, our oldest is a straight A student from being somebody who couldn't concentrate doing nothing. Yeah, we let him play video games a lot. That's his reward. He comes home, just busts through his homework, and then wants to get on the video game, which that way we're fine with. It keeps him, if he doesn't have his video, but if we take the video game from him, and he's, we put him upstairs in the playroom, he starts acting out on his younger brothers and sisters. He'll start hitting him or playing too rough. So for some reason, these games calm him, and he's able to concentrate. It's got his grades up.
Yeah, my youngest, who is he's on. We got him on some type of medicine for ADHD, and yeah, it's it's helped him calm down so he can concentrate throughout the day. And I mean, it makes a lot of difference. You know, I in the wintertime I'd stay at home with him. You know, like we had a bunch of snow days because we just had terrible weather. And the one day, I'm like, "What is his problem? He's so wild." And he didn't. He had his meds, and I was like, "Boy, it really notices." You know, and it's not that he's bad or anything. He just is so he's so go. Everything is just
That's what our 2 older ones really are.
Yeah, he can't sit still. And you know you feel for him, you know. And I was worried that when we put him on medication that he was going to be like a zombie, but he's not. You know, and all it does is help focus. And it's not very strong. It's very minor.
What's going Daniel?
But the only thing I dislike, I don't know.
Is he taking Abilify?
I don't know what the medicine, I can't think of the name of it is, but it's
Because that's what we have our 2 older ones on, and they're on different doses of it, but it's really changing. And they're not zombies; they're just normal kids now.
Yep, it calms them down, gets that excitement or that antsiness out of them. But you know, the one thing that I don't know if you've noticed it with Obamacare, with the new way the meds are done now, is before it cost us $10, you know, for our copay through our insurance.
Yeah.
Now it's not. It's $200.
What?
Yes, we got nixed off. You got to meet a per diem, otherwise it's $200. So I'm like, great.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to.
Yeah, my company got bought out by a huge national franchise out of Texas, and our insurance is so screwed up right now because my daughter went for a new patient consultation, and when the doctor was done with it, he had put in the coding for, they talked most of the time, for the half hour she was in there for obesity. And now this insurance doesn't cover it. And now I have almost $1,000 bill for this office visit and blood work she had done that is no longer covered by Texas Blue Cross that was covered through California Blue Cross.
Yeah, see, I'm not real hip on this yet. You know, because the thing is,
Obamacare, I have no idea about it yet.
Yeah, we're gonna find out, but we're gonna find out down the road whether it's good or bad. You know me, I don't really.
I don't see the difference in Medi-Cal. Well, we have Medi-Cal. I don't know what the other states have, but it's the state insurance for people who don't make enough money to have medical insurance. That's why I don't understand the difference in this Obamacare. You know, I'm not political, so I don't have a problem with whatever the socialism thing may turn into or whatnot, but it just still seems like Medi-Cal to me. I don't get it. You know, it just still seems to me like government insurance.
I mean, they were going to give it. You know, I don't understand why they went through all to give people insurance before. They were getting it anyway. They were getting it free anyway.
Right, exactly.
Why did they have to do it? They couldn't go. Why do you have to make them say insurance? I mean, and there's situations where people are said, okay, you know, they're getting insurance where they didn't get it before, and that's great. But you know, the people that like, you know, my wife works in the nursing field, and she talks about how there's some people that, you know, where they're having to do is go 90 miles to go be able to, because of the plan they went under, they can't see the normal doctor that they were seeing now.
Right. So, that's kind of some of the problem we have with our adopted kids, that the 2 older ones that go to this neurologist is, I think it's almost 30 miles, because we moved out of county. We moved out of Sacramento County into Placer County, but the only doctors are in Sacramento County. You have to go downtown to this doctor that is so overloaded. Most visits are 3 hours of waiting until you get in. But that's the closest we get.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. It's. I hope it's better for everybody. And I'm sure once they tweak it and everything, it's going to come around and get better. But, it's just one of those situations. Like here, I don't like to talk about too many political things when I'm on the air, but there was a man, FBI arrested a man accusing of threatening Boehner over unemployment insurance. Brandon James Thompson of Newcastle, Indiana, angered over the House failure to pass an emergency unemployment extension, admitted to sending threatening messages to House Speaker John Boehner and his wife. They got him on, faces federal charges of making phone and email threats to an elected official. And this is what his email said. Well, you drunk John Bin... it says, well, you drunk John Bin Laden, it's time to take you out, mother blank. You want to play with two... Well, this is exactly what it says on there. You want to play with 2.7 million people's lives, and I'm going to take yours. You will never see it coming with my sniper rifle. Were you soon... Smiley face. I'm like, wow. And then it's
another
one.
Come on, how many people have we played against?
Then
just
his
been
wife
little keyboard warriors.
His wife got the voicemail. I'm coming after your Oompa Loompa effing husband, who should have extended unemployment insurance. Now it's too late. I'm gonna rip his blank head off. Well, what's funny is it says the word in one of them and then an expletive in the other one. I'm like, you already said it. You know what? Oh, man. And then it says, you tell your husband to redo the unemployment extension because I'm going to come in. One of the calls said, I'm going to rip his blank off. He's not untouchable. I will get my hands on him. That's scary to think that, people are crazy. I mean, they it's like I saw a shirt today on Facebook, and I'm sure it's going to go around. But some people shouldn't have guns, but I'm not for gun control. I don't, because the reason why is
I'm not either.
I think we should be able to protect ourselves.
I do too.
But the thing is,
from either government or militia, whatever.
That's right. Yep, that's right, and that's what it was designed for. And we should, because you never know when somebody's going to come into your house, and I want to have that ability to protect myself. I'm an ex-police officer, ex-military, but I'm not one of those that's going to go running down the street carrying an AK, 47 or an AR-15 just because,
because you can,
because I can, or whatever, and I'm not going to do his, you got more sense than that, but. And the AR-15, they talk about, get a shotgun for the wife. Well, hell, you take your wife out and fire an AR-15. You take your wife out and fire a double-barrel shotgun. And you tell me how many times you can be able to fire that double-barrel shotgun. Once.
Right.
So the AR-15, she could control that a lot better. Well, it's the mindset. They got it in your mind it's bad, So, but the lady comes out on Facebook and she says, her quote is, if we banned all guns and all ammunition, even if it saved one child's life, that would be perfect. And then on her shirt it says, I had an abortion. And I'm like, if we would save you, from killing your kid, that'd be one child saved. I'm like, how ironic is that? It's okay if I kill kids, but it's not okay if you do. I'm like...
from your experience as being ex-law enforcement, how many weapons that you came across, confiscated, whatever, were fired by the licensed owner and not, stolen weapons?
Well, their mentality is if you ban them, then they wouldn't be able to steal them from the licensed owner. Not true. They're going to get them either way. They're going to get them everywhere. I don't care if you ban them, whatever. They will make them. They will, and then if they can't.
Okay. You want to get into about making? Have you looked into the 3D printing? There are people out there that have these files that you can literally build a plastic AR-15 low receiver that you can fire up to 100 rounds out of, and dump it build another one through a 3D printer that costs anywhere from $200 to $2,000. 3D printing is becoming huge. And there are files and files and files out there of AR-15 lower receivers that you build out of plastic that will, basically, it's a zip gun.
What was the movie?
One incident, dump it.
What was it? Not Behind Enemy Lines. What's the name of it? The one with Clint Eastwood, where he's the Secret Service agent. And
where he was one of Kennedy's. I know what you're on. I can't think of the name of it. It's where John Malkovich is the assailant building the gun out of wood.
Yeah, he actually makes it out of composite plastic.
Okay, fine. All right, yeah.
And I'm like, that's exactly it right there. And that's the scary part of it is there, a gun like that can be taken on an airline or anything. That's, they, but no, I don't want to get into gun control or anything like that. But you get guys that it doesn't matter whether it's good or bad, is you always have people that want to. It's like the thing I hate, and I hate getting into politics, but this is one thing I hate going, oh, this Congress didn't do much. They only passed 200 and some laws. Well, what do you do? What do they have to pass so many laws every time? When are they going to enforce the ones that are on the books?
Right.
So that's what
frustrates me. Not to stir things up, but I'm 44, and I have never voted because I just honestly don't understand enough about politics, whatever, to make in my honest heart, the right decision for anything. Because I understand if I vote for this, all this other stuff's under it. Or if I don't vote for this, I'm missing out on this other thing. And then no matter who's in charge, there's always enough people who don't like him enough to where it makes them or her look like shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. There's always going to be two sides to every story. Or you're going to hear...
more.
Well, you're going to hear, like, let's say I don't care if you're an Obama supporter or not. If you voted for him, great. You exercised your right to vote for him. That's great. If you voted for, anybody else, I don't care if you voted for Mickey Mouse. You exercised your right to vote. That's great. You have that right. If he got elected, he got elected. That's great. I have no problem again. I'd love to meet him. I'd love to meet him in person because, whether. I don't have anything against him. There's some things I don't like that he's done. I don't really like Obamacare, but it hasn't really affected me much, except for my kids' meds, and it will down the road.
Right.
But I'm an independent. I'm down the middle. I'm pro-military because I think we need to defend ourselves. But I don't think we need to go defend. I don't think we need to be the world's police.
World police.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't
either. And the weirdest thing, honestly, that I never understood, and I'm not hardline on about people sneaking in from Mexico to come to here because I lived in a rural area, grew up in a rural area at different times in my life that there were honestly no Americans, white Americans, whatever you want to call them, that want to go in the pear orchards and pick pears like the Mexicans did. I don't have a problem with them because, in a way, this is kind of their land. But we have, there's no defense there. We should go, let's go to Afghanistan, let's go to Iran, let's go to Lithuania, or, not Lithuania. What's going on right now? The Ukraine,
I think that's. I don't want to go over there. I think that's I hate.
I think that's a bad decision.
Well, I don't like where they go. Okay, all right, don't cross this line. If you do cross this line, and then all of a sudden they go, and they hop it over it. They're like, okay.
Yeah.
But
Putin
you're talking about in Mexico. I have no problem with people immigrating into this country. I don't care. They want to come in and work into this country, that's fine. But the only thing I would like to do is I'd like to have them pay the taxes on what they earn, just like we do. Because
right. No, I agree with that. with that.
And I don't think they should be able to do is get the benefits of a U.S. citizen that the U.S. citizen, if like they shouldn't get, like they shouldn't be allowed. They want them to vote. Well, if they want them to vote, let them become a U.S. citizen.
I don't agree with that at all.
If they want them to vote, I don't have any problem with them coming to vote as long as they register and become documented U.S. citizens and pay taxes and do the whole 9 yards. Then it would help offset a lot of other people's problems by them paying taxes. You know, where they're here illegally. The problem is it's not the person that they hire. It's the person who hires them.
Right.
They know that they're not. They know that they're not. They know that they're not legal when they hire them, and they're paying them cash. So, but you know, I have no problem with them coming into this country. All of us are immigrants at one time or another, except for my extreme ancestors, which I found out last year. I'm a quarter Cherokee, and I didn't know it.
No, wow.
We were talking to my mom and
reaping the benefits of the casino
through census and everything, you know, and going back. And my great grandfather was Cherokee Indian.
I know my grandma on my mom's side, my mom's mom, is some descendant of Native American. I don't know what. I mean, she looked at her and she looked like she was half Native American.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Yeah, my Indian name is Two Dogs Fucking. Yeah. No, seriously, but no jokes aside, I am 1/4 Cherokee, and so my daughter.
All right, you should be able to reap some benefits.
She might. Yeah, I want to have a casino in my backyard. No, my daughter is 1/8, so we were talking about it, and she's going, "Well, can I get any scholarships?" Well, I don't know, but you better check into it. You know, you're going to an Iowa school. You better. She just finished her first year in college, so.
Really?
And I know it's harder for you to believe, but James is 8 and Corey's 15.
Oh, I know, man. I mean,
we hear.
Our youngest, Jared is 15. Caitlin is 19, turning 20 in September, and Trevor will be 22 in November.
Wow. Well, you ought to hear Corey on. He gets on TeamSpeak and he plays World of Tanks with the guys all the time. And you're, and you get that real deep voice, you know. It's hilarious. It's just funny. We get more crap because his voice. It's always, hey, what are you doing? You know, real deep.
I know he's not
Barry White.
But have you seen Dome?
Yes.
Dave?
Is that a shock?
Oh, my God, dude. When he joined us, he was 14. Look at him now, man. He's like a man.
Yep. I saw the pictures of him. Yep, I was shocked. I
was like, wow, man. I write to him every once in a while. It's just amazing. It's like, God, this guy was a kid when he joined us.
Yep. It's amazing how times change. You know,
yeah.
I mean,
even actually
how long we've been hanging around together? What? How many years now?
12, probably.
If not more.
Yeah, I mean, 2001, 2002, somewhere right around there, basically when Medal of Honor came out.
Well,
that's where I met you guys. I mean, that's what I was going to say. God, I can't think what his handle was. Brian Croto. He's the first guy that he's the guy that recruited me to SMD. God, I can't think of his name offhand.
My God, I tell you what, I can't remember half that stuff. You know, you remember a few of them, but I can't even remember I can't remember. I used to play Medal of Honor quite a lot, and run around with the sniper rifle and play in.
Oh, I know. We used to go around. I mean, was it Darkman? Who was the one that
he was. Yeah, he was one of the ones. I ran into him in Battlefield
2. I remember that
2, and I was giving him crap, and he said, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "Well, I guess your reputation precedes you." You know, because he was getting crap by other people. But yeah, he was just a different guy. No, I like playing World of Tanks because, you know, it's kind of fun. You know, it's one of those games where it's, you know, it's not real fast paced. It's kind of relaxed, and one, it's a free game, and unless you want to buy the extra stuff, but you don't have to.
Right.
And it's kind of a neat thing to just, you know, sit back, and it's not as fast as you know, Battlefield, but I mean, you know, I miss that. I miss that.
Well, that's like you and me, man, playing Command and Conquer, and I tried playing because like, God, I can't. This is just so slow for me, or it's either super slow or way too fast.
Yep. Yeah, it's.
I just can never get it. In other words, just run and gun and just keep respawning. Never get you guys in a Team Fortress either.
Well, I get tired of like Call of Duty stuff because it's like a big circle. You know, it's like, like especially you see, you know, you'd spawn and it was just like, it was like just a little circle that you were fighting around. It was, and I hated that. I like it to be big maps that you can spread it out, and you're the one that got me hooked on flying the planes and doing all the helicopters.
You know what? I mean, I just started playing Battlefield 4 again last night, but you know what? I think you would really dig. Every once in a while, Chang will get on with me, Tony, and you get on these knife and pistol servers. As much as we used to bitch about them in BF2, they are so fun in Battlefield 4. Knife and pistol only, and it is the most intense. It's like when we used to play Battlefield 2 on Karping, and we'd have the battle at the river for an hour. Remember that? Us and TVS, back and forth. You know, it was the most fun I'd had for over a year.
I remember one time guys were coming over the bridge one time and I remember this out of Karkin. It's kind of weird. And you're talking about this, and I'm going across the bridge, and the guys are like, okay, and I go, follow me, and they're all right, and everybody just kind of stopped, and I ran over, jumped up on the wall, ran down the wall, jumped up on the thing, jumped up on top the guardhouse, and jumped behind the guys, and everybody on the team just stopped and looked at me, and they couldn't believe I could do that. And I'm stabbing everybody, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, well, shoot him!" You know, it was just like, wow, I can't believe you can do that, and nobody had ever done it.
I remember us both getting so mad at each other because we both knew how we each played when we were on opposite teams.
Oh yeah, yep, right. Oh yeah. Yep, it gets a little intense, but my boy sits there and you got to hear him. He's slamming mouse on the desk, and I can see him fall back in the chair, all pissed off, and he'd be like, you know, I'd be like, relax, it's a game. I've done everything that you're doing. Like, it's like,
my God, man. I don't even get mad anymore. I just don't. I'm like, whatever. I'll respond. I don't care. I don't break things anymore.
You know,
I don't fucking throw shit anymore.
My brother-in-law, E-Man.
Yeah.
I get on one night, and he's like, I'm like, well, what's going on? And he's like, and we're in one guy, you got to meet him, good guy named Johnny. He's plays with us all the time, and he goes, E's mic isn't working. I'm like, why? And he says, and he types to me, headset, earpiece dangling. I said, did we have a little rage quit the other night? he went off and destroyed his headset. We'll be sitting there playing, and all of a sudden you hear him go, mother, and you hear everything just go dark, you know. And then we're sitting there just laughing. And I said, should I call him and ask him if he's all right? And he goes, I don't think I would, you know. But yeah, he goes off at times. But what is funny is you remember when Mike when he fell asleep in the chair and you called me. You asked me you asked me, are you all right? And I'm like, what? He goes, oh my God, I thought you were dying. It was Mike who fell asleep. He
I remember
he had
that.
sleep apnea and he was snoring in the chair.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out who it was. I'm like, someone sounds like they're dying.
Oh yeah, he was, and we finally recorded him, and he goes, "Oh, you assholes!" Yeah. And so what he did, he'd turn the mic off so we couldn't hear him snore anymore.
You'd see somebody was recording and turn it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that one night. I think it was Dome. I think was on one night. Yeah, I mean, it was like 10 years ago. Playing some, and all of a sudden I just like screamed. He's like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm telling TeamSpeak, sorry, Dom." And switched off. Like, he'd like falling asleep with his mic on or with his headset on. I scared the shit out of him.
Well, I'll do is I'll be sitting there and be on the computer, and I'll be like watching videos or whatever, and forget I'm on TeamSpeak, and I'll be sitting there because I have my notifications turned off, so you can't hear when somebody comes in and out of the channel. So they could spam the channels if they wanted, and I was sitting in the channel and I'm watching a video, and all of a sudden somebody comes in and goes, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, about had a heart attack," because it was so loud, You turn it up to watch a video, and you're listening to, and all of a sudden somebody comes in and screams across it.
Yeah.
Yep. I was going through different stories I had here, but I think we've done about most everything. Need to get you on here more often.
What's that?
You need to get you on the show here more often.
Oh, I will be now that I got my computer up and going.
Yeah, it's.
I've been wanting to do this for a long time with you, and I've been feeling bad I haven't been able to get on. And the only computer I had going in the house was our laptop downstairs, and with all the kids down there, it wouldn't have happened.
Oh yeah. I can hear him in the background there.
No, that's my wife listening to one of her vines.
Oh, that's what she's listening. I thought it was one of your kids in the background.
No, she's kind of doing a bunch of videos on Vines. I think she's like 10,000 followers or something now.
I haven't quite got the hang of the Vines yet. I'm gonna have to do is I'm trying to make me up a nice ad for Straight Talk. I need something to use for that.
Yeah, trying to start calling certain hashtags.
What's that?
Start calling hashtags. See what what's popular. That's what she's kind of figured out is what you kind of hashtag and link it to.
I'm not necessarily needing it for what's popular. I'm looking at something for to make for my show as I need an ad for my show, and like I don't know if you've ever heard my my new intro that I have that plays over the air, and it just gives an announcement of when my show times are.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard that. Let me see here. It is. Let me see. Here's what it sounds like. Tell me if you can hear that. Oops. Helps if I turn the volume up on this. Tell me if you can hear this.
Straight Talk with Matt Hasley. Every Monday and Friday, 9 p.m. Central Time. Only on Armed Radio Global.
Were you able to hear that?
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, see what the problem is? You're on. You can hear me, but you can't hear that because it's playing through my system. So they heard it over the air, but they.
Right.
No, it's.
I think I heard when I got on. I think I heard an ad like last Friday or something.
Yeah, it says Straight Talk with Matt Hasley every Monday and Friday, and it's got she sounds like she's British. One lady does it, but no on. We had big storms roll through here today, and two of the other shows. One starts at 6:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning on Mondays. Mike Allen does his show, and it's called Morning Brew with Mike Allen. his show, he couldn't do it because he had power outage this morning at his place. He lives just north of Austin. And then Afternoon Bites, which is Tattoo Rick and Tara, are on at noon there in Nebraska, right there. They had storms rolling through there at noon, so they couldn't go on at noon. And mine, it was weird. I was talking about tonight, I'm talking about my show. If I get kicked off, if it goes dead, then you know what happened. And right as I said it, whoop, it went dead. I was like, wow. And I had to restart it and come back. And but my computer stayed up. Everything stayed up. I just lost connection with Live 365. And
right.
Yeah, it's
No, I remember a few times you said, "Hey, I gotta go. I gotta shut everything down."
Oh yeah,
you guys were having
we had
lightning warnings or whatever.
Well, we had some bad storms roll through here earlier, and I mean it was rumbling when I was on the air, probably the first hour and a half, and luckily we didn't get hit with anything major. They had a few tornado calls, and we're around in the area, but nothing like the storms this morning. All the storms we had yesterday went south of us. All the storms we had today went north of us. And then this last one at the end there went right over top of us, but it wasn't bad. It was a little bit of lightning, but a lot of rain and stuff. And we need some rain, but did you see Denver? 12 to 18 inches of snow, 2 feet of snow. Isn't
that's what one of the guys was saying at work today. I was like, holy, because yesterday here where I live, it was windy all day. It was literally 74 degrees. I mean, it was one of the nicest days we've ever had. Today was 94 degrees. It was just no wind, just hot as hell. He's like, the guy I work with, Carlos, he's like, hey, did you see Denver? I'm like, what? He's like, dude, they're getting blizzards and stuff. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it was crazy to think that they get that much snow. I don't know what they ended up with. It was over 2 feet of snow in some spots. Up in the higher elevations, they got 3 feet. But it's not uncommon. They were talking back that they had, in 1978, they had 12 or 18 inches or something like that. And then back in 1880, some they had. So I mean, this is going to happen. I hate, the climate change. I mean, I'm
12
sorry.
or 18 inches ends up literally being 5 feet deep, though, doesn't it?
What's that?
Doesn't 12 or 18 inches end up literally being 5 feet deep after, over the day?
If it's, you're talking about 12 inches of rain?
Of snow.
Well, 12 inches of snow is just a foot deep of snow. That's all it is.
Well, because I was going to say, because I remember my brother got married. He was stationed in, Falls Church, Virginia?
Yeah.
I didn't remember that. But he brought his new wife and her daughter, and the next morning it was 3 feet of snow. He sent me a picture, and it was just literally snow, which is nothing but bumps of where our cars might be. He goes, yeah, they said 3 feet of snow, and it looks 6 feet.
Yeah.
And his wife was she was just freaking out because it was her first night there, and then they just got snowed in.
Yeah, you get some snow drifts that'll make it look like that, but no, I mean We had a couple big snows this winter, but we had a lot of snow this winter. Second snowiest winter ever, and we had 30 some days where it was below zero. We had, and I remember it was a couple days they went to school, and I remember going out to the bus stop, and it was 20 actual temperature 21 below.
Without the wind chill.
Without wind chill, 21 below.
Wow,
it was crazy. You would take what we did was I got one of those Bun coffee makers, where it's automatic at work. It's in my back of my office. Yeah. And I mean, you just pull the spigot, it comes out hot water. I mean, it's got a water line to it and everything. I poured a cup of coffee, throw it outside, and it turns to dust.
Yeah, I've seen people do that.
I mean, it's
that
crazy.
When I was
it's 212 degrees. I think the water comes off of there, or whatever, 200, something like that. off the Bun coffee maker, and you throw it outside. Once it hits that 21 below, it just, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
It didn't even hit the ground.
Yeah, no, when I was going to school in Wyoming back in the winter of 90, 91, God, I think he got down to like 30 below, but the wind chill, because the wind blows the whole time, was 76 below.
Oh, yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, we had some really nasty...
No one believes me. I'm like, you guys have no idea what it's like. When I lived in Wyoming, it was like 10 degrees was an average day. But it was kind of like California, where it was like the snow or the air had there was no humidity. It was just dry and hard. Yeah, but when the wind kicked up, it would just drop 40, 50 degrees, just boom.
Yeah, we had just a nasty winter, and I mean, people, you can't explain it to them, and and they think about it, and I would not want to live in Alaska. I don't know how they handle it. I just have no idea how they live like that.
I know.
I mean, it was miserable. It was miserable here, and I mean, you got to give them credit that they can enjoy that, but I mean, I know that's where they're raised, but wow, that's just too cold for me. But I do is run through my show lineup here real quick there, Jason, one second. On Tuesdays, you got 7 to 9, you got Talk Time with Val. And then on coming in at 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 Eastern, you got the John and Jay and Mike show. They're rising up the charts there. A lot of fun. On Wednesday, you got On the Air with Mike Allen from 10 p.m. to midnight. And on Thursday, you got Talk Time with Val again from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time. And Night Talk, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, you got Joe Rocks with his co-host Jackie and the dog. And then once again on Friday night, it's myself again for Straight Talk with Matt Hasley, 9 p.m. Central Time, 9 to 11. So make sure you tune in and listen in. And I'm going to do is send this one to bed, and I'll hold on there. Jason will be right back with you, but I'm going to do a little exit music here for him. And this one's going out to Dog. And I'll play this one again for him just for you. So if he's not in his 3-bean salad, he might be up awake to hear this.